Tomorrow is going to be a big day as we are going to be having, I think, Chelsea playing Brighton at the Stamford Bridge. And the biggest game of the weekend is Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur down at the Etihad Stadium in a battle where I really believe it's going to be a very huge game for Tottenham Hotspur. And it looks like the Tottenham Hotspur side, that is Ange Postecoglou, will need the mercy of the Lord, like how Daniel was in the den. Was it Job? Was it Daniel? One of the two. I think it was Daniel. Daniel in the den. He was thrown in the den to hungry lions and he was not eaten. Trust me, Man City are coming into this as the hungrier. Get me right. As the hungrier lions, because they drew with Liverpool 1-1 at the Etihad last weekend. That was on a Saturday. And even Spurs are coming in through very hungry because they've gone ahead to lose 3 consecutive games. And if at all they don't really sort themselves out, they might find themselves in a ill of losing to Man City, and that will be a 4th consecutive loss. I don't remember any Spurs manager, be it Espirito, be it Jose Mourinho, be it Antonio Conte, be it Pochettino, be it who, to lose 4 consecutive games. And what is really worrying about Spurs is that they are playing 1 game per week. And I told people that you coming in here and tell me that a team is going to be playing 1 game per week, that's going to obviously be one of the yardsticks to really give you the title or to put it into the title contention stage. That was really naive. It was really naive. And I really thought that it was one of the moments that people got from the aliens. You know, it was so alien to come out and think that you have to come on and really put in that shift. So, to my own understanding, Tottenham Hotspur not playing in the midweek is affecting them because it really drops their intensity. And it was evident last season when Arsenal was knocked out of the UEFA Europa League in March. Everyone thought that they are going to obviously concentrate because they are going to be playing 1 game per week. Guess what happened? Arsenal imploded. And they really lost games they never lost when they're really playing 2 games per week. So the intensity really drops and the competition levels are really low. That's why I tell you that Manchester City, however much they played in the midweek and they beat RB Leipzig by 3-2, that cannot put them into the passenger's seat as far as this game of football is concerned. Tottenham Hotspur cannot be into the driving seat because this game is not meant for them. Good afternoon. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the match preview. Manchester City versus Manchester City versus. This is Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur, and Spurs lost to Aston Villa at home, 2-1. That is it. Man City drew with Liverpool 1-1. But they come into this game when they are just 1 point behind Arsenal. But remember, Arsenal is going to play today, and if at all they win, they will be 4 points ahead of Manchester City. Pressure will be amassing onto Manchester City as far as their game of football is really concerned, because if at all they come into this game when they are really 4 points behind Arsenal, that might play in the favor of Tottenham Hotspur, because Spurs might come in here playing with nothing to lose. That is it, because excuses have already been given that Spurs is having injuries, as if it's the only team that is really having injuries. And if they come in through and obviously play very well, like park the bus, play a low block, after playing a low block, hit Man City on the break. And I think if at all Ange wants to get a result at Manchester City, that is Etihad, that's how he's supposed to play. But if at all he plays a high line, I think Manchester City will rip him apart. Now, when you look at Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne is out, Matheus Nunes is out, he's a major doubt, John Stones is out also, and Ederson is back, Mateo Kovacic is back, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz are also back. So Man City has only 3 injuries. Kevin De Bruyne, Matheus Nunes, and John Stones. Those are the only 3 players that are really out of action. And I think Jack Grealish will also return, having really had a little bit of a knock into his muscle. Now, for Tottenham Hotspur, the list is endless. Rodrigo Bentancur, ankle injury. James Maddison, ankle injury. Mickey van der Ven, hamstring injury. Richarlison, he's having a pelvic injury. Mona Solomon, he's having a knee injury. Ivan Perisic, knee injury. Ryan Sessegnon is having a thigh injury. Ashley Phillips is having an ankle injury. Alifi Whiteman, ankle injury. And Pametasa is having a muscle injury. Now, for Cristiano Romero, this is the last game he's going to be serving his suspension. He got a red card, a straight red card for as they're playing against Chelsea. In that game, Spurs lost by 4-1. And then, Yefis Bissouma is going to be available. That is it. Because he's returning from suspension. When he got a yellow card in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, that put him to a suspension of one more game to miss because he had gone ahead to accumulate 5. So he's returning, and even Højbjerg is also going to be available. That is it. So we anticipate that might be the midfield three of Tottenham Hotspur: Yefis Bissouma, Emil Højbjerg, and Licheslo. So that is really great for the side of for the side of Spurs to obviously welcome back this man, because this man is really important. Now, if you have to look at the predicted starting 11 of Manchester City: Ederson, Kyle Walker, Diaz, Akanji, and Ake. Then Rodri, Foden, Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, Doku, and Haaland. When we go to Spurs, we expect Vicario, Porro, Pedro, Emerson, Davies, Udogi. That is the back 4. Then Bissouma, Licheslo, Johnson. That is the midfield 3. And Kulusevski, Gale, and Son to really play in the front 3 of Tottenham Hotspur. Now, a lot is at play into this game of football, and allow me to throw you a little bit into these stats that you guys need to know about this fixture, because they are coming in from Google, very accurate, and it's the head-to-head. We are being told that Manchester City have lost 2 of their last 13 Premier League home games against Tottenham Hotspur, 9 wins and 2 draws, going down to 1 in February 2016 and 3-2 in February 2022. Then Tottenham Hotspur have won 5 of their last 7 Premier League games against Manchester City, more than they had in the previous 19 against them. That is it. Then, since Pep Guardiola joined the club in 2016, Manchester City have lost more Premier League games against Tottenham Hotspur than they have against any other opponent, 6, while against no side have they conceded more goals, 19, level with Liverpool. So it shows you that ever since Pep Guardiola came in through, he has lost 6 times to a Premier League side of Tottenham Hotspur. Fourthly, Manchester City have failed to win in 4 of their last 7 Premier League games. 3 draws, 2 draws, and 2 losses, as many in their previous 26 games beforehand. City have drawn their last 2 games, not drawing 3 in a row since March and April 2017 in Pep Guardiola's first season in charge. So, remember, City drew with Liverpool. So if at all they draw today, they would have gone ahead to register 2 consecutive draws, something that Pep Guardiola wouldn't want, because you rather lose one game and really win the other, because if that wasn't the case, Man United have not gone ahead to draw any game, and they've gone ahead to lose, I think, like 5 this season, are really having 24 points. Then lastly, Tottenham Hotspur have lost their last 3 Premier League matches, having been unbeaten in their previous 11, 9 wins and 2 draws. Spurs haven't had a longer losing run since losing 6 on the spin in October and November 2004, with Jacques Santini and Martignol managing 3 games each in that run. The last Spurs manager to lose 4 in a row was David Plate in March and April 2004. So I hinted about it that I've never seen Spurs losing 4 games in a row, but in 2004, David Plate went ahead to obviously lose them. So it puts them in a better and competitive position, that they have to come in here and really put in a shift that won't see them really shrink or implode at the Etihad Stadium. They are visiting that stadium, which is really hard, but if at all Ange respects Man City and plays the kind of game that we really know he's supposed to play, I think they can really get a point and a result at the Etihad. But if he goes through like he was like he was arrogant when he was playing against Chelsea. They were a man down and he played a high line. That was really naive about him. If he goes to Man City, plays a high line, annihilation will be waiting for this Australian manager. So Haaland is really going to be one of those people to obviously continuing his goal scoring stretch. I think Fatoli scores will be having 15 goals this season in the Premier League. Remember, he hit 50 goals in the Premier League ever since he happened to play for the Premier League last season, because last season he scored 36 and he also first scored 14. So he's going to continue to take his stretch, and maybe in 2 seasons he might be having 70 goals plus. That is Erling Haaland for you. But the central defense of Tottenham Hotspur has to be on alert, because Haaland, if he's supplied and you don't really stop him, then he'll obviously make some good movements and really score against you. Then when you look at Tottenham Hotspur, Son Heung-min can cause problems in there for you, but I think the biggest boost is Yefis Bissouma. If Yefis Bissouma is not midfield, I think you believe that they can obviously try to really battle for those balls with Rodri. And we all know that games of football are really won and lost in the midfield. They are really having some good fullbacks, Udogie and Pedro Porro. They are good at the defensive game and also good at going forward. And for Pedro Porro, he's really good that he can obviously get you a goal in a game like this. So we wait and see how this game of football is going to fare. So my prediction is 3-1 in favor of Manchester City. That is my prediction. So guys, feel free to go into the comment section and tell me what your predictions are for this game of Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur here onto the Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and don't forget to subscribe, because the more you subscribe, the more this channel really goes to where it deserves to be. And continue showing us love by smashing the like button. What else haven't I talked about? I think I've gone ahead to talk about everything. But Arsenal is coming at how many hours from now? 4 hours from now, the game of Arsenal is going to be on, and we'll be here to obviously let you know what we think about it through the match day live and the match reaction. But I've already gone ahead to put up my prediction. I think Arsenal is going to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 3-1 at the Emirates. I'm out. See you when you see me. Bye-bye.